welcome back to my doll collecting channel. My name is Sophia, and today I'm going to be reacting to the infamous Walmart Wednesday, or as some people called her on Instagram, Thursday. So, if you remember, a few weeks ago, American Girl released a collector doll of Wednesday Addams based on the Wednesday TV show. This doll did extremely well, sold out within a few days, I think. It did really well, much to my surprise. But people really loved and appreciated this doll. And a few days later, this ad appeared on Walmart, and people who are fans of American Girl were getting an ad from Walmart selling this doll. Now, Canadian, it's $98.79. I think it was a little bit less, something around $80 for Americans or something like that. And this is what the description of the doll is. It says American Girl 18-inch Wednesday Addams collector doll, limited edition, 6,000 worldwide, black hair, certificate of authenticity, ages 8+, gift for girls. So the description sounds legit-ish, but the price is very low because if I remember correctly, the Wednesday doll was around $300 US. So this is like a third of the price. And unfortunately, some people fell for this scam, and people did actually receive a doll. But first, let's look at the images. So these images, they 100% stole from American Girl's website. Like 100%, undoubtedly. This is definitely not what the doll looks like. I will show you what the doll looks like right now because somebody listed her on eBay. So this is what the Wednesday doll, the Walmart Wednesday, as people have been calling her, looks like. So she comes in this box. This is the back of it here. Essentially, this is the doll that people receive. Yeah. Now, I'm gonna preface this by saying I am actually surprised by this, that people actually received anything at all. It still very much is a scam because I don't think that this doll is worth $98 or $80 or whatever people paid for it. Definitely not worth that at all. This doll probably cost a few dollars, if that, to produce. She's very cheap looking, and you could probably find hers at like the dollar store. She looks very cheap. But I think the reason they actually sent people a doll is because if they actually send you a product, it's harder for you to claim to your credit card company that it was a scam. It's not impossible. Again, I've never had to do that. I've never been scammed before online. There's been a few instances where people have tried to be a little scammy with me, but I've been able to outsmart them, thankfully, or catch on pretty quickly. But there's been, you just got to be really careful out there because there's a lot of, people trying to take your money, and especially with the internet, scams are only getting more complex and more frequent. So just really be out there. Even if you're interacting with somebody in person, please just be super duper careful because scams happen all the time, unfortunately. And it really does suck. And it happens to the best of us. And these people are very skilled at getting you to part with your money. And yeah, it's not always legal. Most of the time it's not legal. So anyways, just be very cautious. So I was actually surprised that they actually received a doll. But then maybe they were making these dolls really cheaply just so it makes it harder for people to claim that it's a scam. But I do think if you go back to the actual Walmart description, this description is so misleading. Before making this video, I thought, okay, maybe they just took the pictures, but maybe the description is gonna be like 18-inch Wednesday doll, blah, 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 blah. But no, this is very much mimicking the American Girl collector doll. Like, look at all these descriptor words. This is very much a scam. And this doll does look better than what I was expecting. Is it good? Is it great? Absolutely not. This doll is still pretty awful. But I think she might become famous in the American Girl community because of how awful she is. So this is what the doll looks like. She has, it looks more of like a classic mold, I'm assuming. I mean, I don't think they put a lot of effort into this doll, to be honest. I don't think they were judging what face mold she was, to be honest. I think they just tried to make a doll as quickly as possible to scam people. But there is freckles on this doll. There is light brown eyes, very thin eyelashes. She does have 2 teeth, like American Girl dolls do. And she does have black hair with braids, and I think it looks like she has a hairnet. Or maybe that's just the image there. I don't know what these lines are. So, but she does have a hard body. So American Girl dolls have a soft, huggable body. She does have a hard body. And look at those hands. They, definitely not the American Girl shape. And if you look at the thing, it's not even the same type of hand like with the American Girl doll. This is an American Girl doll hand, and it matches. This is what American Girl doll hand looks like, and then this is what thing looks like. So they're not even the same sculpt of hand, which I'm just kind of disappointed with. But yeah, this doll, oh my god, this doll I just think is hilarious. She did come with piranhas, so that's kind of cool. But again, not in the nice clear plastic like the other Wednesday doll. Like you can barely see the piranhas in the bag. And honestly, it looks like a brick of ice that they're in. So it looks like she went to the supermarket and got a bunch of fish and put it in a shopping bag. That's what it looks like. Now, I don't have an image of this, but on Instagram, some people did comparison photos between this doll and the Wednesday Addams doll, like the actual Wednesday doll from American Girl. This necklace is like a full-sized human necklace. It's not a doll-sized necklace. Like, literally, it goes down to the doll's feet because it's like a necklace that a human would wear. Just shows how sloppy this doll was when being created, that they didn't even try to shrink it down. They're just like, what's the cheapest thing we can do? We can make a human-sized necklace very quickly. I'm assuming that it's easier to make than a doll-sized necklace, so they just whipped it up really quickly. This is what the doll looks like. It looks like she's 16 inches tall. So not even the 18 inches. If you look at this ruler, there's 16 inches here, a little bit more than 16 inches. So she might even be like 16 and a half inches or maybe 17 inches. Based on the comparison photos that I saw on Instagram, that is true. She does look shorter, and I thought it was just me, but no, this ruler actually proves that she is actually shorter than 18 inches. Here's the back of the box, and if you read it, it's kind of funny. So it says American Girl limited edition. I also think it's hilarious that down here it says happy, enjoy the new fashion experience, new feelings, happy every day, instead of the Mattel logo. And then up here it says fashion dolls accompany you around, let you enjoy a happy life. Let's share laughter together, cheerful buddy, bring you days filled with sunshine, which feels like the complete opposite of Wednesday's personality. A different experience, children, let's play happily together. Interesting. I think this doll also comes with a certificate of authenticity. You can kind of see it in here. And yeah, I don't know why you would need a certificate of authenticity for something that's really fake. All right, so here is a comparison between fake doll and the actual AG doll. So this eBay listing is very upfront, very honest that this is the fake version. I mean, she's become kind of famous on Instagram, and honestly, I'm so thankful for people who were brave enough to purchase this doll knowing that it was a scam. I wouldn't have been able to do it because I would worry that $90 would just go down the drain and I wouldn't receive anything at all. But I did enjoy seeing other people purchase this doll and sharing what they received. And if anybody's bought this doll and then were able to claim that it was a scam through their credit card company, I would love to know that too. So like, if you were able to get your money back from your credit card company, I'm just curious because I've never had to do that before. I don't know how it works. I'm grateful I've never had to do that before. Claim a scam through a credit card company or a debit card or anything like that. So yeah, I'm grateful that's never happened to me yet. it might happen in the future at some point. The comparison between the actual American Girl doll and knockoff, so much higher quality for the American Girl one, and it better be because it's $300 for this collector doll. So I would expect high quality from this. But the eyes, very different. The freckles, very different. I will say I'm surprised that the reproduction or the knockoff tried to match the lip color. I give them points for that, I guess. But still, it's a very cheap. How Walmart got away with this. So this is not actually Walmart's listing. This is another company using Walmart's platform because Walmart has this thing called like Walmart Marketplace where other companies can list their products through Walmart. And so this isn't Walmart, the company itself, selling the product. This is another company using like Walmart's website to sell something. It's similar to how people use Amazon, that there's some like Amazon products and then there's some other companies that use Amazon. So that's why this Walmart Wednesday doll was able to be sold, and maybe that's why some people fell for it. I did see that some people actually thought it was genuine, and that was quite upsetting. I didn't have the heart to tell them that it was a scam, and I was actually expecting them to receive nothing. No, you did receive something. Anyways, what do you think about this knockoff Wednesday Addams, the Walmart Wednesday? What do you think? I think she's better than what I was expecting, but it's still not great, and it's still not good. It's still pretty bad, but at least you receive something, but definitely not worth the price. Anyways, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all next time.